David said, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my pathway. In the day that the scriptures, they had ankle lamps for night travelers, little lamps that they would put around their ankles so that you could see in the night. The problem with ankle lamps is you couldn't see down the road, just enough light to take the next step. Today, the word is illuminating your next step. Well, I want to see down the road, and I want to know how I'm going to do it, and how I'm going to manage this, and where I'm going to do this, and how's this going to be done, and where we're going to move, and where we're going to stay, and how's this bill going to be paid, and what's the future going to be. I understand all of those issues. But the just shall walk by faith and not by sight. You just got to trust him to show you one step at a time. I was being interviewed while I was on the road, and they asked me, they said, if you would have seen as a young man where you were going to be right now, did you see it? I said, no, I didn't see it. And I said, had I seen it, I would have run further and faster in the opposite direction. That's not to say that I don't love my life. I love my life, but I would have been so intimidated that I couldn't handle it. God knows when to show you what. And there are some things that God has in store for you that if you could see it, you couldn't even handle it, because if you remember my analogy of the giraffe, your neck hasn't grown enough to eat on that level. And until you grow in your position enough to eat on that next level, God has you where you can handle it, and you have to take it one day at a time. Job said, I esteem his word above my necessary food. He said, I'd rather have the word than have a sandwich. I'd rather have the word than have lunch. I'd rather have the word than have breakfast. He said, I can make it without food better than I can make it without the word. Now, a lot of people think that's crazy, but you must understand that food cannot produce word, but word can produce. All of the people who fall in love with the gift and never fall in love with the giver miss it, because as long as you got your hand out to God trying to get his gifts rather than to get his heart, you miss the power of the relationship. If you get anybody's things, you have gotten the cheapest part of them. I am better than the stuff I own. Because I bought it, it didn't buy me. I made it, it didn't make me. If you get it, you get the cheapest part of me, because out of my doings it came, but it could not make me, though I could make it. Away with the notion that you walk away with the stuff and you got the best part. That's why the one leper turned around and went back to say thank you, because the gift is nothing compared to the one who gave it to you. If you've been gifted by God, if you've been blessed by God, if you've been given an opportunity by God, somebody say amen.